She never even had a chance. Welcome to Animeology, and today we'll be taking a look at 10 superpower anime with an overpowered main character. Whether it be demonic origins or being born as a literal child of destiny, these anime protagonists are definitely in a league of their own. Before we begin, be sure to drop a like and subscribe down below for more anime top 10s, and without further ado, let's get right into the list.
Your face in front of us again. Telekinetic helix! What?
Number 10. Fire Force. From the same author of Soul Eater brings us the first entry on this list. Spontaneous human combustion is a real and major problem in Tokyo City. Fire Force follows the exploits of Shinra Kusakabe, a third-generation pyrokinetic who attained the nickname the Devil's Footprint from an incident that occurred in his childhood. Shinra joins Fire Force Company 8 and works together with them to figure out the reason behind random humans bursting into flames. Now you might be asking yourself, what makes Shinra an overpowered main character? Well, for starters, his ability is to shoot flames from his feet, which gives him extreme maneuverability when it comes to fighting or simply flying around. Later on, he learns to better control his flames, increasing its speed and power. Even further on, Shinra awakens an ability that lets him move at light speeds. Number 9. Kekkai Sensen. Blood Blockade Battlefront is definitely a show that went under a lot of people's radar when it first came out in 2015. This anime follows the story of Leonardo Watch, a normal human whose life completely changed when he received the all-seeing eyes of God at the expense of his sister's vision. Because of this, he goes to Hell Salem's Law in search of answers to why he got these powers and how he can help his sister see once again. The all-seeing eyes of God are capable of doing a variety of things, but they're most notably known for their ability to alter and control the visions of others around them, causing nausea, hallucinations, and being able to see into other people's minds. They have a ton of other abilities, such as being able to heal themselves after being damaged as well. Number 8. Charlotte.
Don't play dumb.
Are you my enemy or not? Please don't kill me.
The comet Charlotte completed its 1 in every 75 years cycle around Earth, coincidentally causing its dust particles to spread onto the planet, causing some people to manifest supernatural abilities. These powers can be anything, honestly. The main character, Yu, developed the ability to temporarily take control of people's bodies for a short period of time. Yu's powers were later discovered to be far more powerful than taking over people's bodies. It turns out that Yu actually possessed the ability to steal supernatural abilities of other people, but it has a drawback. The more people's powers he stole, the more mental strain it actually caused him.
Friendly neighborhood reaper here!
Number 7. That time I got reincarnated as a slime.
Flare circle! It's over!
Operation complete.
Tensura follows the story of Satsuri Mikami, an everyday corporate worker who in the midst of talking to his colleagues becomes a victim to a random assailant on the street by getting stabbed. After regaining his consciousness, he finds that he was reincarnated into a slime. Satsuri quickly noticed that he'd attained a pretty overpowered ability, the ability to devour anything and mimic its appearance and attributes. The ability to devour anything and manifest the abilities of others is pretty overpowered. Rimuru has been shown to do various things in the show with this ability, such as creating healing potions and learning the Black Lightning ability from Veldora. Despite this, Tensura is a pretty story-driven show and is definitely not lacking in that department. Number 6. Magi Adventure of Sinbad. This prequel story to Magi the Labyrinth of Magic follows the story of Sinbad, the future king of Sindra. Born into an impoverished town, Sinbad lives a cheerful life until a chain of events changes it forever. You see, strange dungeons began to pop around the world, and with them came a lot of money, status, and the existence of a magical entity that will grant you powers. Born as a child of destiny, Sinbad was meant to be overpowered. He's armed with a plethora of jewelry and weapons, each being a metal vessel. Being the first human to ever attain the power of a djinn and complete a djinn equipped, he already had an edge over all of his other competitors. But being able to easily swap between multiple djinns places him in a league of his own. Number 5. One Punch Man. This anime follows the story of Saitama, a normal human being with a strong sense of justice who after 3 years of training broke his limiter, attaining unmatchable strength and speed. However, this came at a cost. Saitama lost all of his hair in the process and the thrill of battling because all it takes to defeat his enemies is a single punch.
Checkmate.
Like I previously mentioned, Saitama is unmatched when it comes to strength and speed. There is no enemy that poses any real challenge to him. He defeats them all in a single punch. When you think of an overpowered main character, it's no surprise that he should come to mind. Number 4. 7 Deadly Sins.
Sorry you guys, I don't have any money for that drink. How about this?
This anime follows the story of a young princess named Elizabeth as she hopes to find the legendary tyrants known as the 7 Deadly Sins. Through a chance encounter, the princess winded up meeting the leader of this notorious group, Meliodas, the Sin of Wrath. Together, the two set out on a journey locating and recruiting the other members while rediscovering and facing off against their past. Meliodas' inherent abilities call Full Counter, an ability that allows him to deflect all magic-based attacks, making him ridiculously overpowered. Due to his demon origins, Meliodas is also capable of manifesting their power of darkness, to enhance his physical abilities and attack with. Number 3. My Hero Academia. Born into a world of supernatural abilities, Midoriya was given the short end of the stick. In his childhood years, it was discovered that Midoriya actually was born quirkless. Despite being shattered by this news, Midoriya never gave up on his dream of becoming a hero. An encounter with the current #1 hero changed his life forever. After the quirkless Midoriya attempted to save his classmate from a villain, All Might recognized the potential in Midoriya and bestowed upon him his quirk one for all. Midoriya had to undergo rigorous training to even wield this ability. 10 months later, he was now capable of using his newfound powers at the expense of breaking bones, but he gets more control of this later on. One for All is the only known transferable quirk, and its secret is known to little. This quirk stockpiles with each user, making it more and more powerful the more it gets passed on. Number 2. Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. Fullmetal follows the Elric brothers, two individuals who committed a taboo by trying to transmute their mother back from the dead. As a result of this, Edward lost both a leg and an arm, and his younger brother Alphonse lost his entire body. A couple years later, and they set out on a journey in search of a Philosopher's Stone, an item that is a direct bypass to the law of equivalent exchange and can be hopefully used to restore Alphonse's body. Having both been the apprentices of Izumi Curtis, the two brothers trained both their fighting and endurance skills rigorously. As a result of the human transmutation incident, Edward became one of the few alchemists in the world that can transmute without having a transmutation circle. He primarily uses his environment by using the buildings and the earth itself for attacking or maneuvering. However, he's also capable of creating weapons. Number 1. Mob Psycho 100.
He brought my hands to the ground! A brat like that!
This anime follows the daily exploits of the 8th grader Mob. Due to being born as a powerful Esper, Mob decided from a young age to suppress his emotions so that his abilities don't run wild. He also enlisted himself under the wing of Reagan, a con artist who claims to be an Esper himself. While despite Mob already being a powerful Esper, the suppression that he forced upon himself makes him only capable of taking so much of one emotion before it hits 100%. When that happens, he gains an enormous power boost, awakening his dormant abilities.